Hello everybody, I, the Maiden of Ravens, and welcome back to Doki Literature Club. Last time we left off, we joined the club, talked to the girls. Yeah. The only potential thing that happens when we join the club. Anyway. And now we're continuing on. Nothing else to say, just check out the last part if you haven't already, because especially with this kind of game, you're going to need to know, like, the entire story. Best not jump into the middle point of it. Again, Damien. Glad as you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Damien. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it.
Oh, come on. Like you deserve any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take it seriously, then you won't see the end of it.
Natsuki, certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga.
Manga is literature.
Yeah, it has words on it, and it's telling words on the pages, and it's telling a story. That's literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. My brain has crashed. Don't worry, guys. Damien always gives us his best as long as he's having fun. Who said I was having fun? He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Damien can become good friends too. Sayori? As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation you just put me into. Oh. Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori... Eh? Oh, here it is again. Here it is. Last episode I said, like, he was gonna become Canadian every now and then, because he goes like, a lot. Eh? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. Oh, what do I do? Eh? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. Oh god, now she's become Canadian. I guess it means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Rhea reached into her bag and pulled out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? I don't know. She even picked out a book that she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for club. I did that yawning thing again where I was talking while pushing through. That was weird. That doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she's waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki's rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from her reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. Looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Ah. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks in a glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh. It's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Ah. Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... Ah, that's not what I meant. I mean... I just happened to buy 2 of them. Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I just had to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. Glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging read and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about anyway? Well... Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of... It's kind of dark, isn't it? Oh, Damien, buddy, you are not ready for what I've been cooking up. Ugh. Shameless plug, by the way. Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came out of nowhere. Dan Silvato, you cheeky man, why did you... you knew what you were doing, sir. You knew what you were doing. Foreshadowing. Anyway. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Damien? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri's into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kind of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals, or their own philosophy that they believe in. You can't keep getting away with this. I'm pretty sure it's also foreshadowing something else in this game. And suddenly when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well... I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. Ah, well, that's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieve the book that I put in my bag. Alright, that's fine if it's here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Ah, yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I'm distracted. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. And that's over. Looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just... You really apologize, don't you? A lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, that should work, right? I saw my desk up until it's up against Yuri's, then held my book more between the two of them. Huh. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess it makes it a little difficult to turn the page. Here. Hey! Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I'm just sitting with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But I'm holding it like this. Oh yeah, I guess I don't know. Where does this take place? So, the book is read back to front? Okay. Sure. But holding it like this, we're held even closer than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I bounce over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do. Since you've been so patient with me. Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second-guesses a lot of things she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see in your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. You're right silent for a moment. But Damien, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. It's so embarrassing that you think that. But wait, I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about this sort of thing. Damien. Buddy, chum, pal. Okay, buddy. Alright, whatever. Anyway. I'm not gonna, mention that why he should have kind of assumed that that was a bad thing to say to her. But, moving on. I guess I more meant it's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. Finally a different voice, oh my god. I think it's about time we shared today's poem with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. I had to be a bit of a softer. How does one gasp? Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look like kind of down. I'm yawning again. You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Wham! Ow. Alright. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read it a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read it with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, and slip it back into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done it with this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Sari and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sari's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Well, we know Sayori the most. I'm definitely most comfortable sharing with Sayori first. She's my good friend after all. Exactly. This is a good poem, Damien. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. That's why it's impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of this club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't matter. Doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? Like I said before, Damien. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? I'm pretty sure he is. Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees a full picture of my motive here. Exactly. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her, no? Sorry, I've got something caught in my throat. Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright. Wrong guy. Wrong guy. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yay! Now you read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Sayori? This is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No. Just a little bit. You can't just answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially the last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you're late to school? It's bad to skip breakfast. Kiddo cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This is so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. Yeah, I feel that, Damien. But next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. You guess. Alright, let's just get her out of the way.
Well, it's what I expected from someone like you.
That's a little blunt.
Oh, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. I just didn't evoke any emotions.
So basically it's not cute enough for your tastes?
Do you want to get smacked?
Yeah. I'll pass. Coward. Oh, sorry. That wasn't her. That didn't say Natsuki size. That was just her saying.
Sigh. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it.
Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it. I like that. I don't know. It was simple, but it just, if I kind of look into it, it was just like how like animals can do all these great things, and like humans can definitely do great things, but just, I don't know, with just how like, I don't know, just something about it where it's just like people can try to do like these great things just as well as animals can, but they can't. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if that made any sense, or if I'm just completely missing the point, or if it just sounded really stupid. Anyway.
Yeah. I told you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced that I won't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? If your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is it puts more weight into the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then I made it fall flat on its purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went to it than I realized.
That's what it means to be. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki's feeling proud, then I won't take it away from her. Alright. Hi, Damien. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or the things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring this up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Damien. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But that's sort of barriers that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, Damien. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all the nuances. It could take years of practice, well, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked, though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable in doing this. That's okay. I love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kind of styles, but it'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, it's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I don't always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See, the direction that spackle protrudes, a noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. Haha, that's okay. Yeah, it's the kind of style that's gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting an emphasis on time in between words and lines. When formed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently. I wonder why. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that, because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Good advice, though. I gotta say, like, as a writer, I've been doing this for a little bit, and I constantly come up with ideas, but at first, when I was doing this, I was just, like, focusing solely on writing just the story, not just, like, brainstorming other ideas, like, in separate places. And that I eventually just started writing those, like, ideas, and I was able to really get a lot more out of it because I was writing, like, separate ideas so that I can then just fit all into this big puzzle instead of just like, trying to, like, keep, like, changing, like, one specific thing because I wasn't too happy with it. I just kept, like, going with different ideas, and then whatever I really liked, I would keep, and if I found any that I could, like, replace other ideas I wasn't too happy with, I could just, get rid of them, no problem. I don't know if that made any sense in comparison to this, but Yuri! You know what, actually, I'm gonna share one of my poems around my free time. I'll be right back, I'm gonna go find it. Okay, I found it. This one's supposed to be a poem I just wrote from the perspective of Maven, my character. Yeah, I'm just gonna share this. Okay, here we go. Your name, a name of poison. Your name tasted like poison on my lips. The poison you made me drink for so long. The poison I grew immune to after being given it for far too long. But it wasn't really poison you were giving me. It was the blood that you took from me along with my dreams and ambitions that I was only allowed to chase now that I'm free from your venom. Free from your curse. And now, it was my own poison that had killed you. My name is never spoken, even in a whisper from your lifeless body that remains in the abyss. The abyss you created to imprison me. But you ended up as the first one there. How does the poison taste, old friend? It's not very good, but I was happy with it at the time. Anyway, back to Yuri. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. Huh? Or sorry, what was that? Huh? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth and ends up covering her tired face. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. Eh? I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Huh, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from their topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, there's not something you can be blamed for. That's not something you can be blamed for. There's so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them, but building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes to practice, and learning by example, and trying new things. I also hope that, I did not mean to right-click, I also hope that everyone else in the clubs gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, or to me, or to Natsuki. Probably all three of them, to be honest. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if it's a rare, that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't that supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm. Breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking of that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I wish I'd written longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easier to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghost theory? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Damien. Really? I must totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after I read the entire thing. What are you talking about? Remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject matter of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I haven't even thought of that. That's impressive. Eh? It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive too, so nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this. But in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm gonna keep doing my best for you, Damien. Me too. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated, since everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Oh, isn't this the day where the two fight? Across the room, it's Harry and Monica are happily chatting. Mine's Lena Yurianowski. Yep, okay, there. Yeah, okay, here we go. Yahoo! God damn it! Not again! I'm not gonna explain why what I just did was a bad thing, but someone in particular knows. You know who you are. Jesus Christ. Okay. They usually exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration, meanwhile Yuri smiles sadly.
What was this language?
Eh? Did you say something?
Oh, no, it's nothing.
Okay, remember.
It's like Mickey Mouse and whatever the fuck Yuri's voice is. Okay, I can do that. Yeah, okay, here we go. Yahoo!
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with my hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy.
Thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple suggestions.
If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Damien did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all,
excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Damien liked my poem too, you know? He even told me I was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up.
Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress a new member, Yuri.
Eh? That's not what you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Damien appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours.
Huh? And you know he didn't appreciate my advice more. Are you that full of yourself?
No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay?
Well, you know what? I was known to boobs magically grow size bigger as soon as Damien started showing up.
Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little...
This doesn't involve you.
I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as they just know that I was standing there. Damien, she's just trying to make me look bad.
That's not true.
Fuck, I forgot the voice.
She started it. She could get over herself and appreciate that simple writing is more effective. This wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should just jump out to the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Let me explain it to her, Damien.
Wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meanings most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Damien?
Well?
Well? How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's like I know anything about writing, but whoever I agree with will probably think more highly of me.
Help me, Sayori!
No, so the person going to be, You can't see me right now, but I'm doing the Spider-Man meme where he's, like, sitting on, like, the chair with his, like, hands up, you know. I'm in deep thought right now. I want to go with Yuri, but, like, I also don't want to make Sayori feel too bad, but, like, also, like, I want to go down Yuri's route more, but I guess I do it. Help me, Sayori. Natsuki glares at me, drawing up any words I had in my mouth. So instead I turn to Yuri. Yuri. Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori.
Huh?
Yeah. Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this?
Damien.
Wait. Damien. There we go. That was hers.
Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her.
I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict.
Yeah, unless Harry wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being.
She would never. It's her immaturity that's made her upset in the first place.
Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? That's exactly why nobody likes. Stop.
Okay. Okay, Sayori's voice is okay. Stop.
Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented. So why are we fighting? Because... Well... Also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were.
God, I hate this.
Big and beautiful.
Yeah, fair enough. Understandable reactions, guys. Sayori stands triumphantly. Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri brushes off. Natsuki sits down with an blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayori is vice president. I whispered to Monica. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader, and I can organize things. But I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, I think that's kind of embarrassing to me. Nah, it's not that I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess it just means Sayori is me. I guess it just means Sayori's amazing in her own ways, isn't it, she? You could say that. She might be in her head, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monica smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get her the chance to talk to her a little more. Okay, everyone. That's it. Just about time for us to leave. How'd y'all feel about sharing poems?
It was a lot of fun.
Wrong voice. Wait, I think.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, okay, something like that. Well, I'd say it was worth it.
It was alright. Well, mostly.
Damien, what about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you'll learn something from your friends, too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. If I know what that means, I can at least do a better job of impressing those I want to impress. I thought to myself with newfound determination. Oh yeah, it's also impossible to, like, make a poem that appeals to everyone at once because, like, each character, like, in the event of it, because with, like, specific words, when, like, you see a little, like, character do the jumping animation, the other girls are getting points for those words, too, but the girl with jump gets the most points from that word, and, what is it, brain, stop, brain, don't stop, brain, work, please, and, in the event of a tie, the girls, like, have, like, a priority list thingy, so, like, I think it's like Yuri, then Natsuki, then Sayori in the band of a tie, you know? I nodded myself with newfound determination. Damien? Ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. Surely it's been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. Can't really say I'm complaining. I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, what happened earlier? Eh? What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Damien, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day's going to be so much fun. Sorry. Sigh. Looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with others is nice, but does it really have to stop there? Yes. We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to do with Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. Alright, poem time, and then we'll call it there. Here we go, it's poem time, alright, Yuri. Alright, let's see fireflies, okay, never mind. Raindrops and inferno and a tone. Okay, and not anxiety, that's Sayori. Disarray, tenacious, after image. Incongruent, adventure, never mind. Effulgent, starscape, essence, pleasure. Why are these in the same place? Landscape, nightgown, never mind. What the hell, Sayori? I know this is Sayori's word, and that's concerning. Watch, I'm gonna click it, never mind. Okay, well, here we go. Thank God, that would have been really bad otherwise. But I know that Sayori's word has one of them is pain for some reason. But I think another word for is depression. Which makes sense, given another story beat in this game. Uncanny, Doki, but that's for not spooky. Misery, goddammit. Philosophy, wonderful. No, that would not work. Horror. Alright, we did it. Thank you for watching. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Maybe check out the Discord and my blue sky. Okay, that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you for watching, and make sure to check out the last part if you haven't already. Alright, catch you all on the flip-flop. Bye-bye.